Alright, what the fuck's up? Whoa, Mark 1205 numbers after the name. Okay, speeding action over here, man. Little Yoshi's Island, man. And this one, this was a project for me, man. It was a project many years in the making, man. I wouldn't say I guess this game's a little bit divisive. I just think most people just take it as like Super Mario World's better, period. I've always been in the camp that this game's better than Super Mario World. It's different, so they're tough to compare. They're not like the same game for obvious reasons. But like I thoroughly like enjoy this game like a lot, and I think it just takes like the Mario formula on a level, and it's different, right? You have Yoshi, different controls, whatever. Like they're not necessarily the most comparable thing, but if we were just picking apples to apples, like video game to video game, I'd take this one over the other one in a heartbeat. Now, there's one catch though to this game, and that's that like in order to get all the stages, you have to unlock. Pardon me. You have to unlock, like, you gotta get 100% on like each stage, and then you unlock kind of like a bonus stage at the end, which is normally shorter but also like harder and stuff. And as a kid, I didn't really know that like at first when I first played through it. Then eventually I kind of did like I was like, oh, let's try the 100% on like the first world, and I did it, and I was like, all right. And then I realized like that doing it for the rest of the world was like hard as hell, and I just never did. So you see me like exploring like all off the beaten path in this little footage right here in this little stage, because I'm just looking for stuff, any stuff, because stuff could be anywhere. So this go around, I played it on Switch, and I was like, you know what, man, like, I'm going for the 100% on everything, man. So we got all the stars, we got everything, we got all the little, like, everything, the red coins, we got all flowers, like, it's, I would highly recommend, if you love this game, like, if you're really into this game, if you just like playing it just for, like, just to play it, to have the experience, don't 100% it, it's not, like, just not, like, that fun doing it that way. But if you play this game, like, a bunch of times, and, like, you want to have, like, a new challenge, you want to have, like, a new experience, 100%, it's almost like playing a different game. You find out so much stuff about the game that you won't, like, otherwise, that has, like, nothing to do with anything. It is definitely worth a treat, man. Aesthetically speaking, the graphics still look amazing, which is probably the reason why I like it. Super Mario World looks great too, don't get me wrong. This one looks better. It obviously came out like very late in the generation. It had like extra chips in it and stuff. Like this was like Super Nintendo on like steroids by the time this game like came out and whatnot. Whereas obviously Mario World was like a release, so it's kind of like very different in that sense. As the Yoshi man, I love Yoshi. It's definitely the best Yoshi game ever made. I mean, I guess if you're really into the puzzle games, the NES is something you get held at. But ever since then, with Yoshi's Story, the DS one that they made of this, this is kind of the last time that like a Yoshi game was like, I don't want to say like a real Yoshi game, but or like a real video game. But if you catch my drift, like a real game, as in like there was difficulty, there was challenge. There was like, you know, looking for stuff. There was like rewards for it. Like it was the first time, last time it was like really fleshed out. From here on out, like Yoshi's Story is an easy game. If you get everything in Yoshi's Story, it becomes a hard game, and I've been tempted to maybe go back and do it. Graphically speaking, I'm not that enamored by the style of Yoshi's Story, whereas this one I feel like holds up forever. It's one of the things, you know, at the time, like seeing 2D games or pixel art games was like, oh, like it's so backwards, like whatever. That's why like the NES doesn't really have, or the NES, the N64 doesn't really have that many. But now you go back to it and you can look at this game and be like, oh man, this looks dope. Whereas you can look at Yoshi's Story and be like, oh, that was a thing. And you can do that with like a lot of those N64 games. So, Yoshi's Island, if you haven't played it, get your ass an opportunity to play it, man. I'd give it a solid 9.8. The only negative is the baby crying.